Hello, children. You are welcome to the digital classes of Christ Church Convent Higher Secondary School, Gadarwara. I am Amit Toshniwal, your accounts teacher. This video is for class 11th. Subject is accounts. Chapter number 6, Subsidiary books, part 4. In this module, you shall study petty cash book and its types, purchase book, recording and posting of purchase books, sales books, and recording in sales book and posting into sales account, and what items or what transactions are not written in purchase book and sales book. So let us start with our first subtitle, petty cash book. The meaning of petty is small. When the size of organization is very big, then various small expenses which are paid in cash are not under the authority of head cashier or cash department, for which an assistant cashier is appointed, and he is given the responsibility to make petty expenses. Petty means small. What happens if all the small expenses are mentioned in principal book, principal cash book? You just imagine. Then the major items related to cash cannot be highlighted. Therefore, the small amounts related to expenses are given under a charge of an assistant cashier, and he deals for those expenses, and for which petty cash book is made. So it is of two types actually. First, simple petty cash book, and second one is columnar or you can say analytical. And let us start with the simple cash book first. On the very first day of the month, assistant cashier receives a certain amount for expenses for that particular month, and whatever small expenses are made, he notes down along with their amounts, and at the end of month it is handed over to means all the summary and details of petty expenses are handed over to head cashier, and he simply record it under a head sundry expenses after verification of vouchers. So you can see its format. The first column is for amount received. Here assistant accountant writes that amount which he receives from head cashier on the very first day of the month. Second column is for date. Third column is for CB folio, which stands for cash book folio. फोर्थ कॉलम इज पर्टिकुलर. सो पर्टिकुलर्स में आप क्या लिखते हैं? द एंट्रीज मीन्स द नेम ऑफ एक्सपेंस अकाउंट. फिफ्थ इज वाउचर नंबर. You already have learnt in chapter number 3. So vouchers are the source document and they play a vital role for the verification or an evidence. So voucher number is mentioned and the last column is for amount paid, in which how much amount is paid for that particular expense is mentioned. At the end of the month, from the total received amount, all total paid amount is subtracted and balance is written down at the end of the month. Then for the next month, whatever amounts left is left with assistant cashier. Deducting them, again the balance amount is handed over to the petty cashier, and it goes on. Second is analytical or columnar petty cash book. Actually, this is the extended form of simple petty cash book, for which different columns are made for the expenses of the same type, of the same nature, so that it can be observed where the expenses are high and where the expenses are low. So just to minimize the expenses on a particular head, columnar petty cash book is prepared to minimize the expenses so that it can be observed easily. Then on what particular item or on what particular expense expenditure, I mean to say, is being spent more. So of the same nature, like same nature means stationery, refills can be kept under one head. Second column may be for telegram, postage and stamps. They are of the same type. Third column can be made for fare, freight and wages of the same type. Fourth column can be made for telephone bill, electricity bill and other bills of the same type. So different columns are made in which expenses of the same nature are shown. You can have a look of columnar petty cash book. First column is for received. Second is for date. Third, CB folio. Fourth, particulars. Fifth, voucher number. All these first 5 columns are as same as simple petty cash book. And what payments are made, they are written under different heads. Like freight and cartage of the same nature. Postage and telegram of the same nature. Stationery and refill of the same nature, and sundry expenses. So these expenses can be written under different heads. From the total amount, paid amount is subtracted and balance is carried forward to the next month. And whatever amount is deducted, it means falls short, it is again collected from the head cashier to continue for the next month. Next is purchase book. You might think when we make an entry for purchase account, then why purchase book is required? So actually purchase book is especially meant for credit purchase. उधार वाले के लिए होता है केवल ये, बस. No cash purchase is mentioned or recorded in this. So this is the book which is made with the help of invoice, where all the regarding informations like purchasing goods, sellers, name, date, price, total amount, transactions, and any discount, trade discount is mentioned. So what is noteworthy here, that purchase book especially meant for credit purchase. No cash transaction, I mean to say no cash purchase is recorded in it. So just underneath the meaning you can see what transactions are not recorded in purchase book. तो पहली वाली बात वही है, कैश परचेस नहीं आएगा. Second, goods received on consignment. Consignment means if any shopkeeper or businessman is working like an agent and receiving the goods from the head office just to sell, so that goods is called consignment. So he has got an agency, he is an agent who is selling on the behalf of owner and receiving commissions in remuneration. So this good is called consignment, which is not mentioned in purchase book. For any business asset is purchased, so purchasing of assets is not purchase. So in the very first chapter of this book, when you were taught terminologies, so you just recollect the meaning of purchase. Purchase means the goods which is purchased or bought for sale. खरीदने के लिए बेचने के लिए जो खरीदा गया है वो परचेज है. तो asset is never considered परचेस. गुड्स को ही परचेस में काउंट करेंगे, और कौन सा गुड्स जो बेचने के लिए खरीदा गया. देन गुड्स रिसीव्ड ऑन अप्रूवल. अप्रूवल मीन्स businessman is not ready or not agreed to sell that particular item, but he was imposed to sell goods and approved by the other shopkeeper. If you are unable to sell, you can return me back. So that approval, so this is not a purchase at all, so will not be recorded. And most importantly, what does not come is an order of purchase. If a shopkeeper or businessman places an order for purchase, but the goods has not been received so far, so it will not be considered as purchase until and unless it comes into the godown or to the shop. So it is not recorded. It has got 6 columns. You can see its format. First, date. Second, particulars. Third, I number. It means invoice in a bill. Fourth, ledger folio. Here we mention the page number of ledger where the following means the particular transaction of purchase is posted. You are seeing two columns of amount and net amount. So amount means fifth column for amount is the gross amount, and from it we deduct trade discount, and whatever residual is left, so that net amount, the final amount, is written in column number 6 after deducting trade discount. Sales book, it is as like as purchase book, but in inverted, matlab you can say in opposite form, inverse form. So how it is inverse? Purchase book is prepared for credit purchase. Likewise, sales book is prepared for credit sales. Simple. Recording of a transaction will be the same. You have to mention date, name of the party to whom the goods is sold, a narration for trade discount, gross amount and net amount, so invoice number, etc. So which transactions are not recorded? The same transactions which you studied just now for purchase book. Cash sales नहीं आएगी, sale of assets नहीं आएगा, goods sent on consignment will not come, goods sent on approval will not come, and order received, like order placed and order received, both are not recorded. Only the thing is trade discount is mentioned, because in both, whether it is purchase or it is sales, we have to mention, we have to make a narration and deduction of trade discount here, and after deducting that, the net amount is shown in the column number 6. So this okay, so this is the end of video, and in next video we shall study purchase return book, sales return book and journal proper. So these 3 subtitles are left and will be taught to you in next video. Thank you.